You will choose today. Those are the words that I heard last night through Wilhelm. And choosing means that you decide to embrace yourself, that you embody who you're meant to become in this life and in this world. And today, it might be the day that you're doing that. There's an energetic shift that's moving. And so you may have felt that. And because we exist at this really transformative time in our world, it's the same thing as in your life. And what I did was I put together something to show you why it would be happening today and why I finally had to say that I was a savant. Because many times we will doubt ourselves, we will run from it sometimes. And that's what I had done. I heard a session, a Wilhelm session from a couple of years ago, where it said that I had savant qualities that I kept ignoring, and I could no longer do that. When we don't accept who we have become, then life becomes challenging for us and everyone else because we're all creating something. We're all manifesting something through us that it really affects our world. And for me to show that this was something that came through me in a completely new way was challenging, as your life is as well, because we're each meant to be these unique beings. And my life was meant to bring in a philosophy that could cause any person to move to the higher state of understanding of who they are and live the life they're meant to have. And then by that, create the world that we all want to have. And to accept that I was the one given this plan that could cause you to become that successful and could change our world, and that would be my legacy, took a while for me to accept. But now you'll see it because I downloaded a quantum philosophy and it was for this time in our world. It was for humankind. When you read the proof of it, that's what I had to receive as well. We often need proof of something to believe in ourselves or to move over what we might feel to be an imposter syndrome, which I had it for the longest time. I couldn't explain why I understood your life, how I understood who you were, how I understood what was occurring in our world, but I did. But I also had to take the steps to come into acceptance, which is what we each must do. And in these messages that I put together, because that's what I was instructed to do, go back and put together the message for February 5th to show the pattern, because it turns out that what I've done is downloaded a complete philosophy for this transformative time, which was a really definitive period of 36 years. And those 36 years were aligned with energetic galactic changes and shifts that were occurring in our world. And then we can go back to 1989 and notice the changes that were happening that were dramatic during that time that are being revealed and affecting our world to this day. And that's what I created. Now, I didn't know I was doing that because you can't know what you're developing or what you're bringing to the world. And you'll see in there one message that says, great inventors, and we're including Einstein and all and Tesla and all of these, they couldn't know what they were creating while they were doing it. That's the same for all of us. And we must embrace what that becomes for each person because it's going to be different. And especially at this time in our world. And that's what I have finally accepted because I had to. When you look at it, the proof is undeniable. And why it was today, because there's an energetic alignment in our universe. And that's what I tapped into through Wilhelm. And if you don't know me, my name is Roger Burnley. I've been a coach for a long time, but a channel for Wilhelm for these 36 books since 1989. And it turned into the most transformative philosophy are for humankind, the greatest contribution to consciousness we've ever seen. And it was unprecedented because I've never studied astrology or astronomy or any of those sciences, but I developed a different skill. And they say with being a savant, you have these places of genius. Accepting that was took a time for me as what your life might do as well. But now I can say to you, yes, I do have that guide, that solution to your life and for our world. Now, everyone's not going to believe that. Everyone's not going to do it. And sometimes we choose to stay stuck. I did that for the longest time, so I understand it. But that's what had to live so that I could give some to others where they never have to do that again. Same would be true for our world. Now, we would have hopes that that would be the case, that most people would do it, but we're also realistic in knowing how we've resisted ourselves, so we can't expect all of those in the world to do the same thing. But you will be able to make a choice today because as I leave you with these messages, you will understand. And there are also three channeling sessions in there. The thing that I didn't want to do in my life, and now that has given me the greatest opportunity to make a change in someone's life and in our world. And I resisted it. You might resist that thing. And Wilhelm would say, most times we find in our lives the thing that we resist the most is our gift. And that was I was doing that. Now I no longer have to because today it's all proven and you will see it for yourself. And I'm so happy you're here because I know no matter what, if you go through this information, it's going to help you and then you will help our world move to a higher state of consciousness because that's what this work was meant to do. And specifically for this time in our world and this particular transition that is organized in the universe. And now today you will understand it so much more. Please check out the work because you will see that it will be something that could guide you to your best life. And that I do know. I'll see you soon.